Oh my god, this is so scary!
Howdy.
What? Am I doing something wrong? My bike just stopped. Is anyone home? Do I have a loose terminal again after all that gravel? This has gotta be a connection issue because I'm not getting anything.
Doing anything weird last night?
No, not at all. What happened? What was I doing?
It started neutral.
I had the clutch pulled in.
The controls fell out. So this is the clutch safety switch. So I just looked down here and that fell off. So that's why it wouldn't start with the clutch up.
The more you know. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's great. Everything's cool and fine and good. Josh told me not to listen to my audiobook through the $1 Million Highway because it's got some super serious turns and requires complete concentration. Oh, wow, it's freaking gorgeous. Thanks, man. That was nice. I know we probably should not have ridden all night and just gotten an early start in the morning and then done the same amount of hours just by waking up at 5 a.m. instead of going all night. But sometimes when you got the energy, you just want to put the miles down. And I have only got 5 days left of the medication that I brought, so we've got to be home in at least 5 days. I am very sad that we missed the Monument Valley, but it just gives me something to look forward to when we come back. And Josh and I just are not early risers. We both really suffer from insomnia, so it's a lot easier for us to just stay awake until 3 in the morning instead of going to bed at 9 o'clock and waking up at 5. We're both not very good at that. You know, not everyone's the same. In those early morning hours, I might be super foggy and be struggling to stay awake because it's just not my usual schedule. Where last night, I was very alert. I was very on top of it. The entire additional 7 hours after the sun went down. I also changed my mind on Arizona. It's really, really beautiful, but still not a place I would ever want to stay. The towns there are kind of whack. Or maybe my tolerance for the desert is just super low after going through it for 1,000 miles. I think I was ready to be in Colorado. Psych, Colorado's got more desert. After we plan our route for the day, we like to look up some facts about each part of the highway. The $1 Million Highway got its name due to the amount of gold that they left out here just so we could experience this wonderful scenic byway. So I appreciate it. Millions of people get to enjoy it instead of, just several. I don't know how much $1 million worth of gold actually looks like. Well, if you're Canadian, it looks like this. I was really excited to listen to my book today too, since we are finally entering Colorado, and he's riding through all these highways and going to all these places has been so interesting while reading The Stand. It's a story about traveling, and there's motorcycles in it too. It makes me feel so much more connected with the book. I feel like I get to experience it a really special way, driving my motorcycle across the country, listening to The Stand. That was cool. Little hot spring. Okay, we're entering the San Juan National Forest. Josh and I are officially National Park pass holders because these tickets were starting to rack up. And it was way cheaper to just buy the park pass than to go through the amount of national parks that we're going through. And it's valid for a whole year, so I feel like it'll push us to do it more often and visit more national parks, which is a good thing. Apparently this road is super intense, but I've done Ortega Highway and that was pretty freaking intense too, so we'll see how this stacks up against that. Moo cows. Oh my god, mama! Honestly, after last night, as long as it's paved, I don't care how difficult this road is. The gravel was so deep and it was so windy in New Mexico. I don't know if that was making it so it pushed the gravel up to make it worse, or if it was just laid poorly and really not finished yet. But there should have been a sign saying, like, if you're a motorcycle, go off somewhere else. But once you're in it, like, what are you supposed to do? Stop? pull over and cry about it. Yes, it was dangerous, but there was kind of no other option once we were in it. You couldn't really turn around and do a U-turn in gravel. I mean, like, on the side was a complete drop-off, too. I would definitely put that on top 3 most terrifying rides I've ever done in my life. I think that might have been the most scared on a motorcycle that I ever have been. The other time I've been that scared was when I got a big gust of wind when I lived in Indiana, and a semi drove past me at the same time, and I almost got blown into the ditch. It took everything in me to just not go right off at the side of the road. I think the third most scared I've ever been on a motorcycle was when I was followed home by a dude, and I had to drive to the police station instead of my house to get him to stop following me. Purgatory? Nah, I don't want to go there. Let's keep going. It is perfect riding weather right now. It is 85 degrees, and that is just amazing in comparison to the 100 to 116 degree weather I've been dealing with lately. Oh, wow. Those are the prettiest daisies I've ever seen. Oh, gross. He's pushing up daisies. That is beautiful. Doing this with Josh is good because I can go at my own pace and I don't feel bad for being so far behind. Sometimes when I'm in a turn, I just kind of give everybody a little head nod because I'm like way too scared to take my hands off the handlebars. But I want to acknowledge that I see them and that I'm not waving back. Holy crap, we're about to be over there. I feel like this ride wouldn't be that scary if there was any guardrailing, but there's not, so. We were just over there. A little nervous about these turns because I'm idling so low. I want to rev as much as I can so I don't stall out in any of these turns. That would be so terrible. Wow, Josh read my mind. I was just thinking I wanted to stop. Oh my god, a doggy! I want to pet him. I must pet him. It was so gorgeous.
We're not even on the coolest part of the road. It's after Silverton. This is just the beginning. How you feeling? How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay. What gear are you doing this in?
Low.
Okay.
Because
Camera off?
Yeah.
It's dead?
I think so.
How did you get that code?
You think? It's on now. Oh my gosh, it's so vast. I think I figured out how to lift this bike up. Oh, those guys were going off dirt biking. I think I've had my fill, at least on the Silverwing. Come on, buddy, you can do it. I'm just in neutral rolling down the mountain. Saving gas 101. When gas costs as much as gold on the $1 million highway, you want to make sure you're not spending $1 million. Leave your bike in neutral. Wow, that's so pretty to have a town just in the middle of this valley. Oh, neat. This is a historic mining district. That totally makes sense. It's called Silverton. That makes sense. From 1874. Travelers came here to make some money. Settled here and made some money. Oh, but everything looks so cool. It's so old-timey. Like, literally old Western movie. If my house looked like that, I'd be so happy.
I saw that when you were like, oh, dude.
Onward we go. The $1 Million Highway. We stopped here in Silverton to get some food, relax for a moment, and now it's time to get back on the road. I'm on an angle.
Oh, everyone is.
Ugh. Okay, don't hit me though.
Try not to.
A girl dragon. Dang, she was loaded up too. I wonder how long she's on the road for. Or if she just lives on the road. What a cute little western town. You gotta be kidding, Josh. I said no more off-roading. Honestly, this is 1,000 times easier than the shit we dealt with before, so that gravel was so deep. Josh, did you take us down the wrong road? Okay, no, he didn't. This part of it's just gravel, okay. Okay. Don't fall down. Still, this gravel is 1,000 times better. I got some nerves after last time, man. This bike is not meant for off-roading.
Come back that way.
I don't know if I can U-turn. I don't know if I can U-turn here.
Let's go into that a little bit. If you can, I'll do it for you, John.
Please just do it for me. I don't want to fall down. Oh, this guy's trying to go. Okay, I'll just go. Oh, well, I didn't think I could, but I did. God, I think people actually really do ski down that. Y'all crazy. Now I see why it's a big deal if you come here and you're skiing in Silverton. You're boss, man. Oh no, I hit a butterfly. It's the world's highest Harley store. I think in the whole world, I've been the highest in a Harley store. Can't believe I had to get in that dirt road for nothing. Oh, those colors. I feel like this would be the coolest place to come back and go off-roading on the Trail 125. There's so many neat trails and so many people on off-roading bikes here. I'm jealous. I'm not on an off-roading bike and I'm sick of pretending like it. No more gravel roads. I've had enough. Whee! How fun would it be to go down that on a dirt bike? I feel like dirt biking here would be so easy in comparison to Florida. The sand is really forgiving in Florida, but it's so easy to fall. I'm sure it hurts like hell when you fall here. Whee! Whee! Oh, wow! You can see a river just pouring down the middle. That is so cool. See, when settlers came here and discovered this, I understand why they were like, okay, yeah, let's stay. But when I think of settlers out in the middle of the desert, I'm like, y'all are crazy. Oh my God, so cool. You can see the old mine down there. But I'm not gonna look too long because danger. All right, Silverwing, you can do it. Get up these hills. The little Silverwing that could. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 15 miles an hour. You aren't kidding. You aren't kidding. I ain't taking my hand off for shit. Hi, Josh. That's so funny. If I saw a bighorn sheep right now, I would be so happy. Well, we just found out the route we were taking is now closed, so we have an additional 200 miles to go now. Fun. Fun. Just push me over now, okay?
Looks like we're gonna be doing some night riding on these roads.
Shh.
We are.
Ride fast. We won't have to. Okay, push me. Push me to the side. Okay.
All right.
Oh, good. Yeah. I'm way more scared when I'm stopped on a motorcycle than when I'm going. They taught me backwards as a joke. Yo, I'm trying to go to Bear Creek. I want to see a bear so bad. I love bears. And like, not from a distance. I want to like hang out with a bear. Except in this situation, the bear is magical and loves me. Well, there's nothing more humbling than going through the craziest mountain curves on the same day that my grandmother died. It's definitely giving me a lot to think about out here. Lots of silence. Uncomfugry. Uncomfared. Who called the cops? It's the mountain police. Oh wait, I think that's what they're called in Canada. I can't believe people live here. What a crazy place to live. Uh-oh, something serious is going on. They gotta call every single cop in the mountain. All 2 of them. The Switzerland of America. This is what Switzerland looks like. It's gorgeous here. And these old western towns are so cool. A hot springs pool? That's pretty cool. Oh no, traffic. Oh, poppers. Hey, poppers. Oh, there's 2 twins. Oh, buddies. Hi. Okay, Bilbo. They've got us filing down one way for traffic, and I think we just missed our gas stop. Oh no. Okay, I guess that was our only gas stop, so we're turning around. Oh god, it's almost 4 o'clock, and we still have like 300 miles to go, so we're gonna be getting there kind of late. Some more night riding for us. Tried to hit that one directly as possible, so my wheel doesn't catch and I slide on this fucking new asphalt. Don't be sorry, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I'm feeling better now. Josh and I proceeded to fight about whether the GPS was leading us down the right road or we were just following these dirt roads into the abyss of nothing. After pulling over, I realized my phone's GPS had no signal at all, so it was really anyone's guess if we were going the right way or not. After being on this dirt road for an hour and a half, we decided to pull over and check our GPSs again to see if we were going the right way. Turns out we were. The road closures really screwed us over, and we were on this road for another 60 miles. Hell yeah, man, that's awesome!
I can only say you be the worst people on a Honda.
Our hotel just canceled on us saying that they overbooked, so we gotta find somewhere else to sleep tonight. We're gonna head to the next big city and then make a decision there. We have a lot of miles we need to put down today. I thought we were done with the desert. Guess not. It just let us know that there's a wildfire in the area that's been reported. I know that we're back in the desert, but you didn't have to send the fire.
got lost and turned around. Wasn't it so weird? As I like got back on the road, and all of a sudden, like, it looks like we were transported to a different place.
Okay, we've got about 100 miles left. It is 7 o'clock, so should put us at right about 9 when the sun just goes down. And then we're just gonna have to wake up super early to make it through Rocky Mountain National Park in time. At least we got some beautiful sunset desert views. Well, even though today did not go as planned, you can't be cranky when you look at that. It's so beautiful. That's so big. I can't even believe it. This is the biggest pile of sand I've seen in my whole life. But still, the rock formations have such cool shapes. All I want to do is go dirt biking off a cliff. Okay, we're passing the Colorado River again. Oh my gosh, look, another dam. This is the only other dam I've ever seen in my life besides the Hoover Dam. So cool to see too. Also cool to see the same river in 3 different states. Oh my gosh, the sky is so pink because of the fire. It's so horrible, but beautiful. Wow, what a gorgeous sunset. Entering Garfield County, Josh's favorite. Not my favorite because it's really windy right now, which is my number 2 biggest fear on motorcycles. Number 1 being gravel now. Oh, look at the moon! It's almost full. 2 more days and we get a full moon. And we should be home in time by the new moon. Wow. I forgot about all my fear of the wind because the moon. Uh-oh. Oh no, oh no. No, no, no. Not rain. Please not rain. Please not rain and wind. Ugh. The gust. Ah! Ah! No gust around this corner, please. Oh, no, 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 no. All right, well, I think that's over. No, just kidding. Well, I faced my 2 biggest fears on this trip. The 3rd fear is just all I need is someone to follow me home. And then all my fears are covered. Oh, I'm an ant. Holy crap, that's so cool. We're in the middle of a mountain. It's the next morning and we're heading to the Rocky Mountain National Park. Josh and I both sustained no damages, but the Silverwings did, unfortunately. Nothing a little duct tape won't fix. Only 16 more miles to the Rocky Mountain National Park, and you can see the tippy tops of those mountains out there. This is Grand Lake, obviously super grand. Oh, just kidding. It's Lake Granby. I was close. Everybody's sailing. Oh, that's so cool. I used to sail all the time when I was a kid in those little sunfishes, I think they were called. We are 2 hours late for our national park reservation because it is timed entry here. So hopefully they let us in. It took us a little longer to get here than we thought because we had to go over dirt roads at 40 miles an hour, which is nothing compared to the gravel that I had to go through in New Mexico. But it was still really difficult. It's so weird to think of how many trails I've hiked in this national park and to go back and visit them, but never take the same trail twice. I thought the Rockies were my favorite national park, but now I've seen Zion and it's so good. Even though Zion is so short, this one is much longer. Also super excited to show Josh. He's never been here. It's like showing your friend your favorite movie and watching them react to it. So there's just something super satisfying about that. All right, we're past Grand Lake. Here we go. Let's see if they let us in. For miles and miles, all the aspen trees in the Rocky Mountain National Park are just burned. But of course, they're doing their best to grow back. I also read that there was going to be tons of wind gusts, but God, is the fear worth it? Riding through a burned forest is so weird. And this one is burned for miles and miles. You can see it all the way up to the tippy tops of the mountains where it burned down. Gosh, it's almost ominous and this weird feeling of death. Riding through a dead forest is so strange. It smells like pine trees. Oh, it smells so good. It's like Christmas. Oh, it's wonderful. Our first scenic overlook has been checked off the list. I don't know if we're obviously not going to stop at every single one, but I'm letting Josh pull off and decide which ones we look out at since he hasn't even seen this part. For this trip, I think the 3 places I was the most excited to go on a motorcycle was the Grand Canyon, Zion, and Rocky Mountain National Park. Going through on a motorcycle, ooh, it's just so cool. It's way cooler than driving through it on a car. You really didn't get the smells when you drive in a car. Talk about a breath of fresh air. This is what I wish fresh air was like in Florida. It's definitely not. We're now 2 miles above sea level. A little over 10,000 feet. Oh, we're passing the Continental Divide! The halfway point through the equator and the North Pole. Ooh, it's windy at the top of this cliff. I'm pretty sure we're about to meet the tallest point of Rocky Mountain National Park, which is at the Alpine Visitor Center, I believe, which is right around this corner. I remember this being longer, but maybe that's just because I've been driving for thousands of miles. It's so funny to see the clouds rising up. I wonder if it's rain. Oh, look at the clouds! It's so gorgeous! Oh no, you can't see the glaciers though because they're full of clouds. Misty f***ing mountains. Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old. Sucks you can't see any of the glaciers. I think they're all melted anyways. Off we go. Uh-oh. I guess that means it's gonna start covering the road soon. Now that's spooky. Oh, God. Oh my God, this is so scary. We're literally in a cloud. I always wondered what this felt like. It's not as soft as you think. Oh, okay. Our elevation's almost 12,000 feet and no one wants to go through the clouds, I guess. It's cold. Oh, I can hardly see Josh. And he's like 10 feet in front of me. Oh, I missed the sun! Although this does look really cool. Remember when I almost died in the desert? We're getting low enough that we're actually getting rained on instead of just driving through clouds. This shit just drops off too, like thousands of feet. Oh, yep, yeah, that's rain now. I kind of want to pull over and put my rain gear on. Oh, God. There is no railing on either side of us. I can hardly see over my windshield. Remember the desert? Rainbow Curve looks like shit right now. I don't know what I expected was under those clouds. Oh my gosh, some sunlight for like a second. Oh, I'm so grateful.
And probably take off the GoPros. I don't know if it's going to be raining later. I don't want to ice our GoPros this far away from home. I would have pulled off earlier if it wasn't a spot.
No, there wasn't any spot. We are now in Denver, Colorado. We went through Rocky Mountain National Park, got caught in a cloud, and it felt really cool. And it is now 40 degrees in Denver. We went through a 116-degree weather. We've gone through rain. We've gone through the gravel. We've gone through dirt. The only thing left to go through is hail and snow, but I've already done those things when I lived in Indiana. We have to get back home to Tampa in 4 days because Josh told me it would only take 2 weeks to do this trip, and if it doesn't, I will be out of medication. So we have to. We have to get some serious miles done right now.
We're heading over to the Herbophone Distribution Center. We've been working together on a product that is going to help relieve back pain, which is something we know a lot of bikers suffer from, especially on a long trip. So this entire trip, we've been trying out different kinds of topical pain relief. We get approached by a lot of weird companies who want to sell us their product, but we just don't really want to advertise a product that we haven't tested ourselves and personally vouch for. So we're braving this 45-degree Colorado weather, going a little out of our way to go see exactly how these products are being made. Because I especially don't want to sell a product that you have to put on your body that is made in some weird, sketchy factory. We're supposed to be the weird, sketchy ones. That's me and Josh's job. The products that go on your body should be safe. And I know a lot of people have a lot of personal preferences when it comes to sunscreen, deodorant, and topical pain relief. Some people want their pain relief to be a patch instead of a rub-on topical ointment. It's just all about preferences. Usually what works really well for me does not work for Josh, and what works for Josh doesn't always work well for me. So it's good to have all of our me and Josh's contrasting opinions on a bunch of different products to see what works best for everybody.
The schedule. I didn't know everyone else's schedule was like this too.
Friday. That's fucking wild.
That's amazing. This is forbidden honey. So obviously I've been in pain my entire life, but specifically in the this last half of this trip has been getting to a point where I just can't ride more than 100 miles without applying a topical pain relief to my back because I'm hurting so much, specifically in my neck from the dirt bike crash, and keeping my helmet up is getting heavy. I even went to Cycle Gear to see if I could try on a different helmet because the Shoei helmet is really hurting my neck. I feel like I just need to live the rest of my life like this. I was already walking like this before, but now I'm like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I've tried BioFreeze before, but it's really sticky, and the feeling of having something on my body is just, I hate it. I hate it. I cut the tags out of all of my clothes. I just can't handle weird ointment feeling, which is also why I've been fighting Josh on even applying any sort of anti-chafing thing, which I found out, yes, small young girls chafe too. I didn't know this. And I know it's a thing that people deal with regularly on motorcycle trips. And we've been working on developing a product to sort of just help people like us who are struggling on their trips with sunburn, back pain, chafing, regular motorcycle trip things. We wanted to make sure that this product actually works. So we've been trying it from the start of the trip to the end. We've gone through several different formulas, but we're finally settling on something we like. We're here watching it being made here in Denver, Colorado before we head out for the day because we couldn't come by and not actually see how the product is going to be made. We keep trying these different products, making sure that we like it.
I'm not going to ask anybody, I'm not going to say this is the one to use, and I know Shay is going to say this is the one to use, unless I can see it being made with my own eyes. So here we are with the KitchenAids, with Nate, who I went to high school with.
Josh went to high school with Nate, which I don't want to know why he's still interested in being your friend if he knew you in high school.
There is flash flood warnings pretty much the entire way home, so let's see how well we do getting back. If I peek my head up real high, I can see over the windshield. Nothing like some rain to take the spirit out of you first thing in the morning. And by first thing in the morning, I mean 1 o'clock, because we went out of our way to go see how these products are actually made in person in Denver, Colorado. I think it was really important for us to do that. But I brought some frog togs. I didn't own any for a long time, and Josh insisted that I have some shipped to the hotel room and that I would absolutely need them. He was so right. When we woke up in Denver this morning, it was 45 degrees, which is not okay for Florida people. Once we went outside, we realized not only is it 40-degree weather, but it's also raining. Maybe we should have stayed in Denver for an extra day, but I really can't afford to lose any time. We need to be back by Tuesday so I can get my medication. So Josh and I want to make sure we're putting as many miles down as we can. Since we only have 3 full days left to get home, and we're in Colorado, so we need to put some serious miles down.
We're at a truck stop because it's about, 47 degrees? It's 47 degrees and raining. So I needed to change my socks, put on a 4th pair of pants and a 3rd shirt to try and save myself from this Colorado cold. I miss the desert.
I tell you, nobody can take this away from you. Nobody can take this away from you, even though you wish they'd take it away from you.
Riding through 40-degree weather in the rain, oof, that's hard. And we did it for over 200 miles. The storm just chased us all the way down and out of Denver, all the way past Lemon? I don't know how you say it, but the storm chased us for over 100 miles. My feet were freezing cold. We're getting blown by every semi that passes. Ah! I just keep telling myself, Shay, this is not the coldest you've ever been. I have driven through the snow when I lived in Indiana multiple times. I used to drive an hour each way to work when I lived in Indiana, and I was a full-time motorcyclist. So sometimes that meant driving in the snow. So the only thing really keeping me warm was going back and remembering the desert and remembering that I have been colder, thinking that the rain was just about to end, but it still continued on and on because the cell kept following us. Nothing takes my spirit away on a motorcycle like riding in the cold rain. And thankfully, the rain finally stopped, so I was able to switch my shoes. Josh was able to switch his shoes and his gloves. I only have these as my leather gloves. My other ones are summer gloves, so that's not going to work in this cold weather. So they're I'm just kind of dealing with slightly damp gloves. I'm very thankful to have a front fairing right now. Well, it's getting dark now. Or is dark now. It's still raining. God, almost 500 miles later. We're in the middle of a field and visibility's down, but there is nothing in every direction. It is raining now. It's not even like kind of sprinkling hazy water, misting on us. It's raining now. I'm so cold, I'm shivering. Oh, wait, we're out of Oklahoma and we're into Texas. It has not gotten any warmer or any drier. We still have 100 miles left. I'm so tired. Mentally, just physically, my body is tired. My shoulders hurt. My butt hurts. I need to just lay on the ground for a second.
Thanks so much for tuning into this week's episode. If you made it this far, thank you. This was my longest video ever. Almost 1 hour long. Close enough. Today is Wednesday, October the 19th, which means that there is only about a week and a half left for the Honda Silverwing raffles and the Humvee raffle for Forgotten Angels. Raffle tickets are only $25 and the link is available in the description down below. All of the money is going to support a great cause. You can see exactly where your money is going at the Forgotten Angels campout, which is going to be October the 27th through the 30th. So I'll see you there. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the ding dong diddle, do all the things. No matter what you're riding, stay safe out there. Bye.
Everything's fine. Everything's great. Everything's cool and fine and good.